These statistics for the poverty rate are from the 2012 edition, and of course they're subject to change in future editions. But they do give you an idea of the general rates of poverty. Homelessness is another issue. There are 670,000 homeless individuals, according to the National Alliance to End Homelessness, and those statistics are from 2009. 42% of those are completely unsheltered, and the estimates are that between 2.3 and 3.5 million people every year experience some type of homelessness. Homelessness in the rural areas is less visible, but it still exists. And in urban areas, homelessness is generally treated more as a public annoyance than an issue of welfare and social concern. I want you to understand the concept of affordable housing. Who decides what's affordable or not? Here, once again, the Census Bureau can give us a snapshot of America. Who owns what? Who pays for what rent? This tells us what people own, and the average home value is $175,000. The U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development says that you can afford a home if it costs 30% of your income, and that's calculated on income before withholdings. So if a family makes $40,000 a year, then the housing cost should be about $12,000 a year. But do the math here. If withholdings are 30% of your paycheck, that means that you're only taking home $28,000 a year. And if housing is $12,000, that only leaves $16,000 a year, which is $1,333 for all other expenses every month. It just doesn't work. And consider this statement from the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development. Families who pay more than 30% of their income for housing are considered cost-burdened and may have difficulties affording necessities such as food, clothing, transportation, and medical care. An estimated 12 million renters and homeowner households now pay more than 50% of their annual income for housing. A family with one full-time worker earning the minimum wage cannot afford the local fair market rent for a two-bedroom apartment anywhere in the United States. Now start thinking about what we've discussed thus far about generational wealth, the wealth gap, the middle class squeeze, average wages, and what that means in the context of affordable housing.